The podcast that you are about to enjoy is part of the LOWTREE Studios podcast network. To enjoy more great podcasts like this one, visit lowtreestudios.com.
Welcome to Around Table. This is the episode where I think Craigor's asking me if I farted.
I just heard, why did you start the music here?
Nope, that was not me.
My slightly exposed lower back stuck to the leather chair.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
Maybe.
Well,
I thought I heard it like...
I like how while I'm trying to enter this podcast, he's like, did you fart?
Just like miming.
Yeah, pantomiming me.
Yeah,
if
he
I
like
farted.
pointed at his butt and then you didn't
I know.
get it. And then
Well,
you made
because
like a fake fart cloud.
if I didn't do it right then, it wouldn't have... It just wouldn't have been the same like 30 seconds later.
What is going on? He's asking if I fart. Joe's flipping his phone off right now. I don't know what is happening on this
I need
episode.
to catch a water Pokemon for the Johto challenge.
Oh.
There was a Totodile right there. As soon as I click it, it disappears. I'm like, screw you, Totodile.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Anyway, this is the episode where your favorite friends from the Wreck My Podcast get together around table and talk about nothing and everything. I'm here with my guest this week. His name is XButtA13. It's Cam.
X-butt.
XButtA13.
I'll take it.
It translates to Kyle.
Yep. His
Translates
name,
to Cam.
His name is XGUIA12. It's Craigor.
I'm at ooey gooey, yui.
His name is XBreadboxA542. It's Joe.
Breadbox.
Yeah, Breadbox. It's
All
like
right.
Bird Box, not really.
It's where your heart
all
used
you
to
see
be.
is bread?
Yeah, just bread all the time.
I mean, that's my entire diet.
And then my name is X Gon. Give it to you. I'm your host, Jordan. For those of you that don't know, we're making fun of Elon Musk's new son over here.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle.
Kyle.
Well, I don't think it's actually Kyle. So let's talk about this
It's
real
not.
quick.
It translates to Archangel.
Well, no, just the AE. No, the A12 is because that's the code name of the before the SR-521 or whatever that fighter jet was, the fighter jet. There was the one before that was the A12 that was codenamed Archangel, and that's what the A12 is in reference to. But the XAE
Is a
AE
reference to an
stands for-
X-wing.
No, it stands for Ash. So he said on Joe Rogan's podcast recently, he said X-Ash-A12 is how you pronounce his name. But I also read an article that the people where you sign birth certificates with names and all that, they're like, these are not allowed on birth certificates. So
No, actually,
trying to
no.
get
That
that.
I just found out yesterday. So California, you can only have the 26 letters.
Yes.
And also, you can't even have like the E with the little chingaderas on top.
No, you can't.
You can
can't
only
have
have
commas.
Chingaderas?
You can't have any special characters. No, I think. Are you saying the Inya?
Yeah.
No, that's
the
on an
wiggly
N.
one.
That's
Yeah,
on
it's
an
the
N.
wiggly one.
Yeah.
Whatever. All I know is you can't have. You can only have the standard 26 letters on your
Yes.
birth certificate in California.
Standard 26 English letters?
Yes.
Yeah, God, yes.
No,
Cameron.
the 20.
I'm just curious.
Oh yes, it's
Yeah.
just the English letters.
Okay.
It's different than the 360 letters in the Chinese alphabet. They have a lot.
So legally, like he doesn't have that name.
No, he doesn't. All right, guys.
Legally, he doesn't have a name.
Nope, not at all. And it's been like a week now. So let's talk about some beer we're going to drink right now.
All right.
All I wanna do is drink beer for breakfast.
I ate some peanuts before I came over here, and I got a scratchy throat because it went down the wrong pipe. So now
How
I'm
does
like,
a whole peanut go down the wrong
well,
pipe?
like the scratchiness, I swallowed too early when I didn't chew it enough, so the scratchiness like hurt my throat. So now I'm like feeling like I got a cough all the time. It's really annoying.
That's really frustrating.
Coronavirus. So yeah, right. I know. I'm gonna be walking through the stores and people are like, "What are you doing?" So we're drinking what's called Coasted Toconut by Hopworks Urban Brewery from Portland, Oregon. It is go for it. Give us a. Yeah, it is a coconut and vanilla milkshake IPA.
Oh, yeah.
I've drank 2 of them already. I love them. I think they have the best balance between sweetness and bitterness I've ever tasted in an IPA. So you don't need to give me a bunch because I still have one more at home I'm going to drink
that was
later
a heavy
tonight.
first pour.
So you don't need to give me a ton. But guys, this beer is amazing. It has, but it only has a 3.79 on Untapped.
Is it because of the coconut? A lot of people aren't super privy to coconutty things.
Everything of people that
I'm
have
always
had this,
pretty.
I am. Too.
Yeah. Everything of people that have had this said the coconut's not enough for them.
Really?
Yeah.
It's too subtle?
It's too subtle, but let me know what you think, because I don't think so. And it only has 173 check-ins, so it's very low check-ins.
I have a very disgusting film of Smirnoff Ice on my tongue, so I'm
Oh, so you're not going to have a good palate.
Yeah, give me a sec.
this is a 7.3% double. No, just milkshake IPA. I don't think it's a double. I think it's just a regular milkshake IPA. But I think it's got just the perfect amount of bitterness, hop bitterness with the sweetness of coconut. So we'll see what you guys think. Joe's getting real scientific
Look
on
at Joe's
it right now.
perfect pours.
I know. He got real perfect. Are you going to get down to eye level and look at the meniscus? All right. Thanks, Joe. What's it called? What's
the
it called?
knee.
What's it called? The where the little curve doodad is and
Isn't
the
that
beaker
called a
doodad.
meniscus?
Yeah, isn't it a meniscus?
Same thing. The meniscus
Like
is
when
in
you
your
have
knee.
liquid in a
beaker.
in a beaker, and it
And it
has that
curves.
natural curve. The meniscus is where the
Siri,
the
what do you
bottom
call
of the
the
curve.
beaker in a? What is it?
Just say, Siri, what's a meniscus?
Hey Joe, talk more into your mic. For
Talk
the
more into
there
your
you go.
mic.
For the fellows at home,
We're
talk-
talking about the
What is
meniscus in
a
your knee.
meniscus in a
Probably.
beaker?
Well,
Pretty sure you're right.
I just watched John Tucker Must Die last night, and they made a reference to it.
On John Tucker Must Die.
Yes. So, let me know what you think of this beer when you give it a good sip. Am I right? I'm
Yeah,
right.
nice.
All right.
Yeah,
Meniscus. There
we
you
know
go.
science.
We know science.
Private schools.
All right.
But meniscus is
Yeah, no,
also.
I went to public school. We're like, that's the thing you hurt when they make you play sports.
yeah, it's in the knee.
Yeah.
All right,
And
guys.
no
Let me
longer
know.
like to
Let me
say
know what you
me.
think of this. I am a huge fan of this beer. I think it's one of the best IPAs I've ever had. But
That is so tasty.
isn't it?
I don't think the coconut's that subtle.
No, but it's also very bitter too.
It's really
that's what
bitter.
kind of cuts it. And I think that's the problem.
think
It's
it's
not
that bitter.
I think people when they hear coconut, they think it's going to be a sweet beer, especially when it's a milkshake. But then you get it, and it's pretty bitter for a milkshake IPA.
I don't think this will bring many boys to the yard.
No, probably not.
No, I think this is delicious.
But I
the
love
only
it.
boys it brings are
had-
ones from Portland.
Yes.
It's not as bitter as your traditional IPA, though.
No, not that bitter. Definitely not
No.
that bitter.
I don't know. I think Cam icing me has really messed up my palate.
That's
right
true. You
now.
guys just did drink a lot of Smirnoff Ice over here. So
Ooh, Cam, pour some of your Smirnoff Ice into your beer.
there you go. Maybe they'll.
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh no.
I already tasted it.
Tell us. I know, but that just sounds disgusting. Tell us what that tastes like.
Ass butt.
Yeah.
So it tastes like
Double
two of
butt.
the same thing.
Double butt. All right. So guys, I have.
What's your
like all the way throw up.
What's
that's
your rap name?
disgusting.
Asbutt.
Tastes like all the butt.
So I don't have a jingle for this because I just have some things where I want to shoot with you.
Let's do it.
Yeah, of some things that popped up. So guys, have you seen? So we all know what COVID is right now. It's kind
Wait,
of,
hang on. What? Explain it.
Yeah,
Aren't
it's
there
kinda
19
taken
of
over the
them?
world. Yeah, there's 19 of them. So I've been seeing a lot of analogies going around Facebook and stuff about what it means to wear a mask, and because obviously people can't grasp it enough that we need to make analogies for it for some reason.
Yeah.
One of the analogies I saw, which has been cracking me up lately, is the which I'm kind of I did put it in before. We'll go back. Okay,
Nice.
so here it is right here.
Oh, that was
it's
so
the
good. I
Why
saw
you
that
should
too.
pee, like the face mask as peeing. So for those of you listening audio only, we have the first thing. It's the urine test, where two people both not wearing pants. One person peeing on the other person. Well, you're gonna get a lot of pee on you because you're not wearing pants.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of pee-pee on your own leg
Yes.
from someone else.
Second column is you put pants on, so now person peeing on you stops a little bit because you have pants, but it's still getting through.
Yeah.
Third thing is person peeing wears pants. Now it's only staying with them, not getting on you at all.
Yes.
Here's my problem about this. Because if you're going to use an analogy, don't be a dipshit about it.
Yeah.
If you got rid of that second part, it would be the same outcome. So what you're telling me by this analogy is I don't need to wear a face mask, just everyone else does. So if you're going to use an analogy, use it correctly and stop being an idiot with your analogy.
Yeah.
It rubs me the wrong way when people use analogies incorrectly.
Well, yeah, naturally. They
Yeah.
should.
I guess, yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just take that middle part out and you get the same
The
outcome.
last one is the one that proves the point.
But the problem is if I wasn't wearing pants in this one, I still would get just as much urine on me because it's stopping there. So that's what I'm saying. This analogy is quite flawed in that sense.
I mean,
I agree with that.
I
Yeah.
can see that. I mean,
Yeah,
for me,
but-
I don't understand why it's so hard for people to grasp. Like, you're wearing a mask to keep your particulates away from other people.
And to not absorb other particulates.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
as
I
much.
love people too because I won't get political or
Oh,
anything.
I don't love people at all.
But I love the people that are like, you're wearing it just because it's making whether it's doing anything or not is not the question. Is it really that much of an inconvenience just to make people feel better to just put a mask on when you go into a store. It's not that hard.
I went
They're
to the-
not asking you to wear it in your home or
No,
anything.
I went to the farmer's market this morning with Corey, and we were just walking around, and I was at like the fresh pressed juice thing,
Yeah.
getting like some like weird juices. Because that's what I fucking do.
Well, we live in LA. We live in LA. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
Adjacent.
and Diet LA. This lady walks up, and she didn't have her mask on.
Yeah.
And I had mine on. The guy that makes the juices had his mask on. And she was just standing next to me. She like smiled, and I was like, "How you doing?" Right, just like striking up conversation. The security guard for the farmer's market, which was just like a little boy, he was like 17, walks up, and he was like, "Excuse me, miss, if you're by all the foods, can you please put your mask on?"
Yeah.
And she like rolled her eyes and scoffed at him, and then looked at me like, "Ugh."
I
And-
mean, when
and
you
I just
buy
went-
food that other people are
Exactly.
buying.
And I just looked at her and just went, "I don't know, maybe you should fucking do it."
Yeah.
And
I mean,
she like, yeah, I mean, like, just do it. It doesn't hurt anybody.
Did you use the adjective?
No, yeah,
Damn.
dude, that's how I talk.
it really doesn't matter.
Oh, then what was her haircut?
Karen,
Pixie. Yeah, it really doesn't matter what you think either case. Just wear the freaking thing.
it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
What were you looking weird at, Joe?
Nothing. I was just thinking.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, like,
Oh,
yeah,
it
like,
was my thinking
I
face.
think we covered this last week. It's like I'm still doing it, and like I have to wear it like 9 hours a day. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not wearing it full 9 hours because if I'm working on something where I'm not with other people,
Yeah.
like when I'm walking around the shop and I'm working on a project with someone else, we're wearing masks, and it's not the best, but like it's just simple, like you're doing it to just protect your fellow human.
Well, it doesn't even matter.
It's
I hate wearing the masks, and I'll still wear it when I go into the store
Same,
because I'm
I
like,
hate it
look,
too.
it doesn't matter whether I've done my research and I think that this is bullshit or not. That doesn't matter. They're asking you to do it. Just freaking do it. It's not that hard. Because guess
Yeah.
what? When you follow the rules, we're gonna get everything opened a lot quicker. So just
Yeah.
follow the rules for a little bit longer, please.
The lady I bought my honey from today, I got like a jar of raw unfiltered buckwheat honey. It's so good.
More LA.
Can you get any more pretentious?
Is that the bird from Harry Potter? Buckwheat?
No, that's buckbeak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buckwheat is the
Little-
one from Little Rascals.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Do you want to sign on my phone?" And I went, "Oh no, I'm good. You could just sign my signature." or
Yeah.
whatever." And she goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. I think I have the antibodies anyway." Licked her finger and then wrote on the thing. So even still,
She licked her finger to write on a phone.
yeah, yes.
That's funny.
That one that doesn't work.
I got home and I cleaned my mason jar so good. I ate the honey.
Well, like on top of like the not like quarantine or not, that's not
It's still
sanitary.
gross and
I know.
also weird.
No, but also like I don't know if you ever use how to use an iPhone when your finger is wet, but it doesn't work.
Yeah,
yeah.
but she did it.
Yeah, so I didn't want to get too far onto it, but I just love this analogy because I'm like, people,
Yeah, it's funny.
We're getting so just in the weeds
also I feel
with
like
it right
I feel like
now.
we're also like we're a group of people who like we understand it's real, but we're not on the spectrum of like never leaving my house. Like this is the way like
No, actually, I'm so upset about it. I'm going to another state where they're reopening.
yeah
right now.
exactly. You're going to a state where they don't believe
They don't
Corona's
believe
a
it.
real thing.
No, it's the big government. It's a pandemic.
Hashtag big pharma.
Yeah, it's just Big Brother.
All right, guys. Another thing I found out this week, which actually kind of hurt my soul a little
Is
bit.
that pee is stored in the balls?
That no, yes, pee. I always thought it was more in the stomach. No, I found out. So you guys know this. You guys know this urban legend that we've been fed our whole lives.
Coronavirus?
No, when we had an N64 and you put your cartridge in and it didn't work, what would we do? We'd pull
blow
it
it.
out and you blow in it.
Oh, I
well, that's
spit in
been
it.
proven in false. That doesn't work. The reason why it would work is because when you take it out and put it in, the connectors, when they get older, wouldn't connect as easily. So when you would take it out and put it back in, it would reconnect the connectors in the cartridge. The blowing never had anything to do with it. And that makes me feel like on par with tapping the B button or A button trying to catch a Pokemon.
Oh, that worked.
It works. Same with blowing. I still don't believe that. I think there's
Blowing
something-
always works.
I will say this. I still believe blowing may not have helped to
Oh, it
connect.
helps.
Blowing,
It helps with the connection for sure.
one, blowing is just healthy. You should always blow.
Yes.
Two,
God.
it helps keep the dust out of there.
Yeah, there you go. It helps those cobwebs from forming for sure. That's so funny.
Am I wrong?
That's so funny.
That's funny.
Oh man, yeah. Well,
You gotta make sure not to just like blow on the cartilage though. You gotta like move your finger around.
cartilage. Use the finger.
the cartilage.
The cartilage or the meniscus?
Cartilage.
The cartridge, and then you gotta like.
Yeah.
My
your
biggest
finger
question
around.
is: was this research peer reviewed?
No, of course not.
Who's got it? All right.
Who did this research? Sony PlayStation?
Yeah,
Big
oh,
fucking
funny.
asshole.
Yeah, that's funny. The disc industry is really on this. So the last thing I want to mention here real quick is Cyberpunk 2077 is a video game coming out.
Isn't
Oh,
that
I
the
thought
one
you were
with
talking about
Keanu?
like a really bad convention.
No, I wish.
isn't that
Yeah, it
all-
has Keanu Reeves in it. But get this.
Keanu.
So it's Project CD Red are the guys behind Red Dead Redemption and
Right.
one other game that's supposed to be big. I forget what.
Grand
but
Theft Auto?
you guys, is it? No, that's Rockstar. I thought.
So is Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, but CD Projekt Red I thought worked on Red Dead Redemption. Am I wrong?
Oh,
Does-
Snake
Do
on
we
Nokia?
care? Do we care?
Nope.
No. Okay. What is cool is they're saying you're going to be able to customize your character more than ever before because you now get to customize the genitalia of your
sick.
character.
Are you
I'm in for this.
Yeah,
I'm
as much as you want.
I'm gonna make a giant dick with a vagina on the head.
Oh my gosh, that'd be like the xenomorph.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
I'm gonna make the smallest stick with just the biggest
Giant
balls.
So it's gonna be like that South Park episode.
He just bounces on him to get around like a horse. He has a little saddle for him and everything.
That's awesome.
Oh, so good.
All right, guys.
Oh my!
I want
That's gonna be so bad.
I want to mention here we had a raffle
Yeah, we
for
did.
Pocock Brewing Company, and we're gonna do.
No one did it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna let you know who won because I did the drawing, and I'll let you know who won. And it's Robbie from the Brewing Reviews.
Oh,
someone
Yeah.
who loves Poca.
So we're gonna send him a Pocock beer. Thank you to everyone, Robbie, for giving us raffle entries, Robbie, and winning, Robbie only. This
Damn,
thing.
really?
Yeah, Robbie was the only one who participated in this.
Well, then
so
I myself will donate
we're
some
gonna-
money to your
well,
Venmo for
it's
Poca.
the money, and then we'll give that to Pocock. I'll buy some beer, and we'll send him. I'm probably just gonna send him like a whole 4-pack.
Yeah, you
'cause
might as well.
He's the only
Yeah.
one who did it. See, listeners, if you would have done it, you could have gotten some beer. What's wrong with you people?
For free.
For free. Oh, no,
kind
not
of.
for free.
For
You
like
had to
a
pay money
dollar?
to get beer. But, I mean, come on, $1 or $2 to help our favorite brewery. I mean, is that too much to ask? And we probably would have just given everyone beer.
No, that just
Supports local business.
I
Robbie's
have to
one of
buy
the
a-
real ones.
Well, I have to buy a 4-pack anyway, so the reality is if 4 people entered, no matter how many,
They
they
would
would
have
have
gotten a
gotten
beer.
to you.
Crowler.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
that's it.
So, there we go. All right, guys, let's talk about a random question.
I've got a question for you.
So speaking of Robbie over at the Brewing Reviews, I listened to their latest podcast, and because I became a patron of theirs, I told them I want them to talk about sci-fi movies. So they were talking about sci-fi movies. But then the debate came up about the difference between when sci-fi turns to fantasy.
Oh, nice.
And what the difference is. And so Robbie was saying
Boob size.
that what'd you say?
Boob size.
Boob size.
Not always.
So Robbie was saying something like he thought Harry Potter was sci-fi or something where I was completely against. And I was like, this is not true. But I thought it would be a good thing for us to talk about what the difference between sci-fi and fantasy is.
So we actually covered this in one of my courses in grad school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So tell us then with your MUFA.
Yeah, so it was essentially the idea in the history of storytelling. Everything was magic based for
Okay.
that. Like when it came to those types of stories.
Yes.
Okay. Until we find a book called The Alchemist. It's a short story where a guy's trying to create the potion of longevity.
And
or
isn't it like
everlasting youth.
alchemy is with elements turning into other elements?
And
and
that
stuff?
makes it science.
Okay.
So that becomes science fiction.
Yes.
So a lot of people would be surprised to find out that the book by Mary Shelley, Frankenstein, is a science fiction book, right? And not
Yes.
like a fantasy monster book,
Yeah.
right? So when you get to Harry Potter, it is a combination between
But is there science in it? I feel like it's all
There's
magic.
not
What's
science
the
in
potions
science?
class.
Okay, I guess, but I mean,
But the potions are based off of magic.
But it's more, it's
the
whimsical.
potions
I
are
thought
based
they
off
were
of
based
fake
off of
ingredients, though.
Italian.
That's where it comes
Nonetheless,
into.
they're still doing it because there's
Okay.
It's still they're whimsical ingredients, but that is a sciency, a fictional science.
So
that
you're
they are
saying
doing.
there has to be some type of formula and or concoction kind
Yeah.
of going on.
Yes, rather than like a Doyle, like trouble, whatever the
So
the
that would
the
make-
Shakespeare thing.
Okay.
Ravioli,
I don't know if I agree with
ravioli,
that.
give me the formioli. Is that science?
Because this is how I was going to
Give me the
explain it.
formula.
So that's just essentially where that line was drawn in history.
Because how I always thought of it was science fiction is something that could actually happen that is pulled from science, like chemistry,
technology.
technology of some sort, and then fantasy is something that more pulls from like a supernatural force.
I
so
agree.
how I would say it's like
True.
Star
So
Wars.
Superman is fantasy then.
I would say Superman is fantasy, of course. I don't think anyone would say a
What
superhero
about
movie
Pow-
except
what,
for
what
Iron
about
Man.
Powerpuff Girls?
Still
That
fantasy.
is sci-fi because they were
Yeah.
built in a
Yeah,
lab.
they were built in a lab.
So
that's
I would
right.
say Star Wars,
But with a
fantasy.
fake ingredient, chemical X.
But you're saying that the fake ingredients don't matter. You're saying
Yeah, but I'm just saying they're just in juxtaposition.
So you're
what
saying
this
so
is
you're
what-
saying you can quantify to add something sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Yeah.
So
What
I
is the
think,
everything nice?
I don't know. He dumps it in the beginning.
Yeah, it's cinnamon. So I
Cinnamon.
say Star Wars is fantasy. Star Trek is sci-fi, and for this reason, Star Trek is all based off of science. It's like things like that could potentially happen in the future. Star Wars, while they do have spaceships and laser swords and these things that could be science fiction elements,
You still have
it's
the Force.
all about the Force. They only can do things because of this supernatural
But
thing.
then does it become science fiction once midichlorians are introduced? Because that's an organic
becomes
thing. in your
science,
blood?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I think that does turn it more into science fiction.
So-
Because I would say Star Wars and Star Trek both sci-fi. No fantasy.
I'm saying
Yeah.
drawing the hard line to whether or not the thing is quantifiable, like if you can actually do it potentially in some alternate future, there's still a lot of hypothetical that needs to happen for that to happen.
Right.
The same way as that you could be like, well, you could be on a planet
Yes.
where you could manipulate magic, right?
Yes.
Potentially. We have
I
no
guess if
idea.
you're on the moon, gravity works a little different.
right,
so you
which could be a power.
flying, yeah,
Right.
or floating.
So I think it just has to do with you can have a hybrid of fantasy and sci-fi,
So
but
then
one can
here's
be
the question.
overarching.
yeah.
Can you say that Lord of the Rings is in any way sci-fi? Because I
No.
think we all agree that Lord of the Rings
No.
or Game of Thrones, something like that, would be fantasy. However, in Lord of the Rings, they do make potions and stuff there too.
Which is why I disagree with the potions being part of science for both Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
because I think Harry Potter is flat fantasy. I
agree.
I would never classify it as sci-fi. I get that, like, if you want to get into
they have potions and Shrek. Does that mean Shrek is now sci-fi?
It has science fiction elements.
I can understand the science fiction elements, but just
Yeah.
because you have the elements doesn't
No,
make
it doesn't
you a
make
sci-fi
it a science
film.
fiction film.
I
It's a fantasy
think-
film with science fiction
Science
elements.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
But yeah, I guess you could say fantasy film with sci-fi elements, not a sci-fi film.
Yeah.
I guess the same way you would say like a dark comedy is not really a comedy. It's like
It's a satire.
It's
It's
like
dark,
a
yeah.
messed up movie with a little bit
Just
of
like
comedy.
you can have
it's-
sci-fi
it's-
with
it's-
fantasy elements.
It's just a stand-up with bad lighting.
A black comedy. Yeah, it's real dark in there. All right. So I'm glad we were able to kind of give an
Hash
answer for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we
I
did a
feel
good
like we
job.
did a good
I think
job.
the answer is there's no cut and dry approach.
Well,
It's-
I feel like there
there's a
are
lot
some-
of gray
black and
areas.
white.
Yeah.
There's some because I think that science fiction, like I think there's some that are straight science fiction, like Ex Machina.
Yeah.
There's no fantasy to that.
Yeah, I don't remember any
whatsoever.
homosexuality in there.
The what?
I don't remember homosexuality. You said it was straight.
Yeah, it was straight. There was no homosexuality.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, very straight. All right. So now let's talk about our hashtag problem.
Girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I've got 99 problems and the bitch ain't one.
All right, Cam, start us off if you got one. Pass.
No, actually, it's just so mundane. It's so little.
Yeah.
The more that I've been at home, the more I have to do dishes, and it drives me crazy.
Welcome to my life, bro.
That's it. I hate it. I
suck.
hate it so much. And what do you hate? What's the chore you guys hate the most?
Oh, I know this for sure.
Yeah, I know mine for sure.
Mine is vacuuming and dusting.
You don't like
those.
vacuuming?
Honestly, I don't mind vacuuming,
I hate
nor
it.
do I mind dusting.
It's so monotonous, and I hate
Yeah,
it.
I'm okay. I like vacuuming actually.
The bane of my existence is folding laundry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't mind folding
I don't
laundry.
mind doing the actual laundry, putting everything in,
Yeah.
switching the dryer.
Hate
the act
folding
of
it.
folding, hate it. It's the
Same.
worst
I think
chore
I'm just
for
I'm
me.
just gonna invest in more laundry baskets. So just
Here's the reality, though.
I would
laundry
rather do.
baskets.
I am perfectly fine doing dishes. I
Yeah.
don't want to fold
see,
laundry.
I have a tried and true thing. Like whenever I'm dating someone, I hopefully they're a good cook because I like you cook, I do the dishes.
Hey, that's my arrangement
Yeah.
too. I do all
well,
the cleaning.
even it
and
also
she
it also
cooks.
just goes to like in life. If I'm hang out with any person. Like, oh, you cook, I'm doing the dishes. It's just fair game,
Yeah.
fair trade.
I cook. It's called KFC. Cam, what's yours?
Kevin's
just said
Brad Kreger.
Folding.
Yours is
Mine is too many
folding
dishes.
Oh, yours is
doing
actually
dishes?
dishes?
Oh
or
no,
is
no!
it
Oh,
folding?
my least favorite thing
Yeah.
is folding clothes, but
Yeah,
my
it's the
hashtag
worst.
problem right now is
so
doing
here's the
too many
reason
dishes.
why I hate vacuuming more than anything else.
You're scared of it like a dog.
Yeah. So scary. No, it's because it's the one thing I can't really watch TV while I do. While I'm folding clothes, I can watch TV. While I'm doing dishes, I can watch
True.
TV. But with a vacuum cleaner so loud, I can't hear the TV.
Just turn it up.
I guess that's true. They're my neighbors. They deserve that. So, Kreger, what is your hashtag problem?
Skip me, I'm thinking.
Pass. Joe, what's yours?
So
Pass.
my hashtag
Oh.
problem
Man, 2 weeks in a row.
is, what is it about coronavirus that makes people feel entitled to absolutely everything, no matter what time it is, when they want it? Doesn't matter. I'll give you some examples.
When is that any different than the rest of the time?
No, but I'll yeah, I guess that's true.
People
But,
always feel
I
entitled,
have,
even in
I
this
have
town.
a theory as to why, but
Well, here,
give me-
let's
but
hear
I
your
feel
examples.
like coronavirus is making it worse.
Yo, give me some examples.
So yesterday I was at the grocery store.
Uh-huh.
I bought a card, some flowers for Mother's Day, and
Nerd.
yeah, how dare you love your mom?
and I'm in Rouse and I'm waiting in the line for the self-checkout. There's a bunch of people, long line, but it's moving pretty fast, the self-checkout, so it's going quick. I'm the next person in line waiting for the self-checkout, and it opens up. I'm walking over to it, and this guy is walking right past me, goes right to it. I was like, hey, what are you doing? I was next in line. He goes, oh, I just saw it open. I went, no. There's a giant fucking line over there. Get to the back of it.
And people are confused because there's so much distance between each person. It doesn't look like a line.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I'm already here. I was like, no, get to the back.
I'm already here.
I'm already
That's the
here.
thing. So with
Oh
that
my
thought
God.
process, it's like if you just go in someone's house and get naked and they come in, you're like, I'm already here.
I'm already here. Squatters' rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said, and he didn't say anything. He just grabbed his stuff and walked away. And I was like, that was ridiculous. And then
Yeah, that is
another time,
ridiculous.
over this last weekend, I was in Hermosa Beach to watch the bioluminescent waves.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I went last night.
And we were there was a ton of people there. And so leaving the beach area there was a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
We're waiting in line to make a left turn. This car drives on the opposite side of the
hate when
road
people do
past
that.
all these people, nearly causes 2 accidents, and then just keeps going to make that left turn. I'm
I
like,
hate when people do that.
I really hoped they actually got into an accident.
I know. It's like, why do you think that you're above the
Yeah.
laws of the road?
Can you imagine if you had to handle this claim, Joe?
His fault.
I would have loved to have had to handle this claim, to be honest.
See, that's one of those
Like, I
times
was
where it's
there.
like where is a cop? And I think on this podcast, like a couple months ago, I finally had the where is a cop moment, and a cop appeared and gave him a ticket.
Beautiful.
Finally,
that's
that
great.
never
It
happened.
That's
has
funny.
only happened to me once in my life, and it was glorious.
It's funny because I was your jerk guy from the grocery store yesterday at Aldi by accident. So I went with my cart, and I thought that the girl was in the line next to me. So I go to get in the shorter line, and when I go, she's like, you just jumped in front of me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like she was really far over. So I assumed you were in that line. I'm sorry. And people were kind of merging into this thing, and some were going it's diagonal while one were going down the aisle. So I'm like, where does the line start? And then everyone just looked at me and didn't say a word. I'm like, where? So where's the end of the line? And I'm like, you just called me out for accidentally jumping in front of you. Help me out, man. Help me. So finally, I just went way in the back, and I got behind someone. And after 2 minutes of me sitting there, we're not in line. I'm like,
Oh my
what is this? I was so angry. I'm like, if we're gonna get uptight about the line situation,
We gotta
help
communicate.
me out.
Yeah.
We gotta figure it out. Jeez.
I think the thing that I think is causing people to be even more of an asshole is that we're only seeing half of each other's faces.
Yes.
So we're not actually seeing people emote or being on a biological that's a person because you see
Yeah.
a person
It's the
shape.
reverse Batman.
Yes, it's reverse Batman.
It is
Yeah.
reverse Batman.
That's so funny.
Which is a far more effective Batman.
Yeah. that Batman would never get infected by the fear
No.
toxin or the Joker laugh gas.
No.
or
That
anything.
is
He's
a
just
far
like
more
most
effective Batman.
Most of my mask is a hat.
Yes. All right. So my hashtag problem, real hashtag problem, is that tons of restaurants are closing down here in town.
Yeah, which
it's
sucks.
such a bummer that like
Who are we losing?
we've lost Black Bear Diner.
That's fine. Good.
Which is
That's
fine with
out?
me. Yeah, it's gone permanently
Should
closed
be.
down.
Gone. Get
what
outta
were
here.
the other ones? I thought I mentioned them. I tell every time I see
all soup plantations are
Soup
permanently
Plantation's
closing
gone.
everywhere.
That's okay.
Soup
When was the last
Plantation's
time you went there?
GameStops are closing
a couple months ago.
down.
Really?
Yeah, I
haven't
used to
gone
go
there
there.
in, like,
I used to go there for
11
lunch.
years. Oh, I haven't gone there.
Madison
for like 11
loves the Soup Plantation.
my thing is like, what's gonna happen to Vegas? Like all you can eat.
buffets.
Yeah.
They'll reopen.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably put like the screen things.
People
up
might
or
serve
something.
them,
Yeah.
too.
There were 3 or 4, and I can't remember any but Black Bear Diner. They're all on What's Up SCV.
Oh, yeah.
That thing they tell you every time a new one closes down, and there
Yeah,
was some in there where I'm like, none of them were like restaurants I absolutely loved. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's a bummer
We
because
still
like
have Refinery,
this
right?
is Refinery's still fine
Thank
right
God.
now, but
Okay.
who knows? We'll see
Refinery's
what happens.
fine.
But my other hashtag problem is I finally watched the Parks and Rec thing,
Yeah.
and I thought it was the worst thing ever.
I didn't
I
hate
was
it.
so upset because the whole thing was just them constantly saying, make sure your mental health is good. Are you social distancing? That was every line of the whole 20 minutes of that show.
Do you
it
want to
was
know why?
annoying
Because
me.
most people are idiots.
But
and they need to hear that from a celebrity to believe
But
it
I'm like,
rather
can we
than
get
a
away
agree
from
with
that
that.
and actually have like a fun moment? I get that you have to address it
They
because
all
it's
sang
part of the
Bye Bye
show.
Little Sebastian together. That was great.
But I thought that was actually kind of
It was awesome. I sang it in my
bad,
house.
too. I don't know. I like that
sang with a
actually.
mouse.
If my love for Parks and Rec was like a 9.5 out of 10, I just dropped down to a 9 because of that one episode. I was so
that's a
upset
whole,
about it.
More
I was so upset about
I was
it.
okay. I didn't give a shit.
more TV shows are doing this kind of thing.
I know Community is
Community is
going to
be doing a table read from
I thought
home.
it was really funny how they
Yeah.
did it, and they didn't have Jimmy Chase because he's a terrible
He is a
human
terrible
being.
yeah,
person.
they're
Yeah,
not
I know.
having them in there.
All right, let's move on to a.
Hey, that's not my hashtag problem.
You said skip.
I said come back.
Okay, we're coming back to you. What do you got?
I got a flat tire on my bike.
Oh, prime time's gonna be like
We need to get
Krager's
a-
bike.
We need to make a shirt that
A
like
Krager's
it's like
bike shirt?
Krager's bike, and it's just a
Yes.
bike, but it says Krager's bike.
I actually did have a really good ride. I rode about 8.5 miles, about 1,000 feet in elevation change. Went up
Nice.
Castaic. Oh, my hashtag problem? You can't fucking ride across the dam to get from one side to the other. It's closed off because of some like water irrigation shit. So
Oh.
yeah.
the point of a dam.
Yeah.
No, they have a special water. They have a special water treatment thing
Yeah.
up there that like you can access if you go on that road. So it looks like a meant for people bike
Yeah.
path with like a line in between, and they're like, oh yeah, we're not letting people do that anymore.
That's a bummer.
We can make it like the Kendrick Lamar album cover where it's just the van, but
Yeah.
it's just Krager's bike.
Yeah.
And then it's got to say hashtag justice for Krager's bike.
I will say, on a positive note, the 2 times
Bike
I've been in our
justice.
local bike shop, they are like out of control, understaffed, like crazy busy because everyone.
Oh yeah,
and their
everyone
mother
wants
is
to bike
biking.
right now. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like the only thing to do that's not shut
know.
down. They're going to open the beaches and hiking trails and close them down in 2 days.
beaches
I'm
have
telling you
already,
right
the
now.
beaches have already been open.
But they're going to close
No,
them
they're
down
not.
in like 2 days because people are going to start congregating there and they're going to
Beaches
close
have
them all
not been
down.
open.
No.
Have not
Ventura's
been
open.
open.
I've talked to people who've been
Well,
going to Ventura.
the beaches are open
Then-
only for joggers. That's the only thing they're open for. Is if you want to run on
Well,
the
then
beach,
you're
you're allowed to.
Oh, okay.
You can't set up shop. You can't loiter. You
There
can't
were
do any of
hella
that.
cops when I went last night.
I was gonna say,
Yep.
Tours.
it was gonna be part of my Stoke. Well, I'll get there.
All right, let's talk about this some Patreon questions we got here.
We just got a question. We just got a question. We just got a question. It's from Patreon.
I'm kind of curious sometimes how our listeners, if they can tell, because I feel like we've been bumping our cranes quite a bit this episode. I wonder if our listeners can even tell.
I feel like we have been.
And
Well,
also, I
I'll-
haven't even heard it.
Yeah, I haven't
I
heard-
hear it every time, but I'm very
Okay.
sensitive.
We have
to that.
very well trained cranes.
We do.
Yeah.
Good crane. Yeah, so sometimes I wonder if they can tell when I hear like an episode where I'm like, we're not doing that great on etiquette, but I'm like, I wonder if they actually can tell that.
I
or
think they'll
not.
take us laughing over not
That's
hitting
true.
a crane.
That's
anytime.
true. Yeah. All right, guys. So here's a hashtag problem. First one is from good old Charlie Shaw, Special Agent Charlie Shaw over here. What's y'all feeling? He said, y'all. What's y'all feeling on Universal's move to not do theater-only movies anymore and have them streamable as well as theatrical releases at the same time?
I will say it's about time.
Yeah, seriously, I love this idea, and I can't wait for other studios to jump
I
on
can
board.
pause it. I can go pee.
Yep.
I
Yes.
can get another snack. I could do whatever I want. I can. It's amazing.
From
It's
a
amazing.
consumer standpoint, I love it.
I have
Yeah.
65-inch TV with a sound bar and a sub.
Yeah.
See, for me,
I
it's
think-
like my only negative with it is so what's the word I'm looking for? Like trivial, because like I do get more immersed if I'm in a theater.
Oh yeah.
So if I want a more immersive experience, but if you can still watch them either at home or in the theater, then
You get the choice.
The point is moot.
The reality is, though, they're not releasing every film. The
I know.
tent poles are going to be theater only, like Fast and the Furious franchise and stuff. That'll be theater only.
Because
I
it's
think
gonna make
but
all their
also,
money.
but
Makes
as you see, like how like AMC and like
I know
Regal
they're
are like
pushing
saying like,
back. And what do you
You know
think
what?
about that
Screw
decision?
AMC and Regal. If
No.
they want to push back, you can see these movies in other theaters.
But
You can watch them at
That's
home.
true.
If
Well, not
anything, they're
here.
just hurting themselves
Where
by
are you gonna
not
go
showing them
here?
in theaters.
All we have is AMC and Regal around here. What's another theater chain that's within 30 minutes of here? And not the Lemley, because it's not open yet.
Northridge.
Lancaster.
AMC. Northridge is
Plant
AMC.
is AMC. Glendale's
Lancaster,
AMC.
Cinemark.
Burbank's AMC.
They
City Walk's
have a
AMC.
small little like
Yeah.
recliner movie theater.
Cinemark is the only place, and that's Lancaster. It's like a
iPick.
45-minute drive. iPick is Pasadena. That's still quite a drive, though, and it's twice the amount. Because this is what I think is going to happen. Production studios are going to start going this way. It's obvious because they keep 80% of their profits streamable. They only keep 50 in the theaters, which is why the theaters are pushing back. They're angry about this. But what I'm going to see is a lot of production companies are going to go this route. And what's going to happen is we're going to see like a lot of the theaters shut down, and the only ones that stay open are the luxury theaters that are an experience that are more expensive.
Fine.
And,
I'm
yeah,
fine
that's
with it. I'm
perfectly
fine
fine
with it,
with
too.
that.
Yeah.
But it just
You
means
want a
we're gonna
good
be
theater
going to
experience.
we're just going to be going to the theater a lot less. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
it hurts me a lot to say it out loud because as a filmmaker, I want people for my movie to be in the same room and have that collective consciousness and feel that. But the ability to have that immediate marketability to inside someone's home, it's incredible.
Oh, guys.
Yeah.
More iPicks, less regular theaters, less crying babies in theater.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the reality too. I can watch a movie opening weekend that I really want to see without having to deal with my anxiety.
Yeah, and
I could just
extreme comfort.
extreme comfort in my home.
Naked
Naked movies.
My only
My
difference-
favorite kind of movie.
My only difference in regards to the creative sense, are you saying you'd want them to have that theater experience?
Yeah.
For me personally, as long as they're watching, I don't care
Yeah.
where they are. If you're in your living room, if you're watching it on your phone on the toilet, I don't care. As long as
they're
you're
watching
watching.
your content.
Hey,
Exactly.
unruly kids or crying babies will ruin a movie.
Right.
They will.
My idea was like, part of me as the artist, I'm like, well, I want you to hear every single like eccentric part of my sound design in like Dolby 5.1. You know,
Yeah.
like I want that.
I can only
But
afford
you know what I will say
4.9.
above that, I'd be way happier if everyone watched it.
Yeah. Watch. If you like it, you'll end up wanting to
A lot of
watch
people
it
wear
on
their headphones anyway, which sounds
exactly.
like 5.1.
I
This
like
is-
how Krager said he could only afford 4.9.
I know, it's
so
really funny. I just ignored
5.1
it.
means 5 speakers, 1 sub. So yours has 4 speakers and 9 subwoofers. You're so much bass.
Oh my gosh, what would be the best movie to hear on that?
any Nolan movie.
Yeah. Inception.
Yeah, it's just
Oh shit.
We're hitting our brains a lot.
That would be crazy.
High school Kevin would love that.
Yes, yes.
Oh man, that'd be insane.
So I think we're all on board with it, Charlie. It's a bummer for the movie theaters, but let's be honest, they've been screwing us over with popcorn being so expensive all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
dude,
It's
we
about
get
their
dollar
time.
popcorn now. We get microwaves and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm all about. I stop at 7-Eleven for every movie.
Yeah,
theater
I
going.
haven't bought something in the theater since Joe and I did a double feature, and I was hungry, so I got corn dogs.
I only do that on dates as a poor person flex.
Yeah, yes.
Where you-
I got a Pikachu with a hat.
oh,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Umbreon
the
one?
Umbreon
I love,
hat.
So
I
cute.
love that this podcast, you guys are just playing Pokemon Go the whole time.
I
Like,
haven't
what-
played
it's
this
so
game.
fitting.
I haven't played this game in like a month.
People think we're professional over here. You guys are just playing video games while we're podcasting.
We're playing Pokemon, which is part of our entire
Yeah, it's
show.
our lives.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's so stupid that theaters are saying they're not going to play Universal.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's one of the
Bill concede.
biggest, if not, well, it's Disney's probably the biggest now,
Yeah.
but
It's one of the
Universal
Holy Trinity.
is one of the biggest movie studios.
Yeah.
You're just gonna shun their
Universal-
movies. You're screwing yourself.
Universal has
you think
the Fast and the
Universal's
Furious-
afraid of you?
Well, yeah, they have the Fast and the Furious property. That is like a gigantic property.
It's so much.
They have
Like-
so much.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, second question is a video from our friend Ryan Buds. I forgot to put it in here for you guys, so sorry, only our listeners are going to hear it.
Cool.
But essentially, the question is, what's our favorite game to play in a pool?
What's up, Wreck My Podcasters? It's your pal Ryan Buds from the Trivia with Buds podcast. And I have a question for you as my hair starts to drift closer and closer into Sweeney Todd territory during this crazy 50 days quarantine. My question for you is, because we just put up a pool in our backyard for the kids to play around in, a nice 10-foot wide pool, I want to know what you think the best game you could possibly play in a pool is. Is it Marco Polo? Is it other games, diving for rings, things like that? If you have other games that you like, let me know your favorite game to play in a pool. Cheers.
Oh, dang. That's a good question.
Yeah, summer's right around the corner. It's getting a little hot. Is there
Hide the salami.
Wow.
I was going to call it.
All right.
I was gonna call it
pool, not bed, Joe.
Hide the salami.
I was going to call
Hide
it.
the salamander.
I made one up called Bubble Boys where you put your peener inside the jet.
Oh my god.
Oh, like Bubble Boys.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No, I think oh man, I used to really like the game Colors.
I was.
Yeah,
that was
I did
one.
too.
I loved
As a
Colors,
kid, I
and
loved
then
that game.
I also, as a little kid, loved the little diving sticks where they hit the bottom and you have to
Yeah.
go down and pick them all
Yeah,
up.
you had to
Yes.
find them. Those are
Yeah.
sick.
It's funny because Ryan makes a reference in his video to that you didn't hear, where he's like, "Do you like playing Marco Polo? Do you like picking up rings?" Because he couldn't think of another game.
I was a huge fan of chicken.
What is that? Where you just like
Yeah,
swing
yeah.
at each
No,
other?
no,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
have-
someone on your
Yeah, the
shoulders.
one on his
That
shoulders.
was
Yes.
fun.
Chicken
Yeah.
fight. Sorry, chicken
Choke the
fight.
chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, that
It's
was
not Choke the Chicken.
no. That one, and also pool volleyball. That's one of my
Pool
favorites.
Pool
volleyball's fun.
volleyball is fun.
Pool
'Cause
basketball's fun.
Yeah.
Pool basketball. We've had some epic battles
Yeah,
at my buddy's
gets-
house.
it gets
Friend of the
nuts.
show,
Joe, what
Kyle Lynn. Like we get aggressive.
Joe, you had a pool in your backyard too. What games did you used to play?
Hide the salami.
Swimming.
The difference is you had a slide on yours. Yours was a cool pool. So like you could just swim and have fun at your pool and not have to play games.
Yeah, it was more. Actually, okay. So one thing that I did love doing as a kid, my uncle and I would do wrestling moves
Fun.
into the pool, and that was my favorite.
Yeah,
Which is
that's
funny.
Like being choke slammed into the deep end.
Yeah.
Which is
being
funny.
Suplexed into the
Yeah,
pool.
or like the power bomb into
Yeah, and
Um,
being angle slammed
yeah.
into the pool. Those were great.
It's funny you mention that because at first I was going to say fish out of water was like another one I used
that
to play
one's
when I was
good
younger. But what I used to do more than anything else, and I remember this vividly in my house in Valencia, we had this side yard area we had a pool put into. And my dad didn't want the pool equipment to be seen, so we built this little wall near the deep end. So I used to climb up
Foreshadowing.
on that wall, and I would do 5-star frog splashes off into the water, which is essentially
I've
a
seen it.
fancy
I've seen you
belly
do
flop.
it.
Yeah, it's just a
I was at your
fancy
house when you
belly
did it.
flop.
Yeah.
It's just a fancy belly flop, but
So as a kid, there was this like pool I used to go to that had a high dive. And I used to do a Jeff Hardy senton bomb from it, which is
cool.
essentially just a back flop.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was painful,
Yeah.
but I felt so cool
we used
doing
to
it.
do that. We used to do
I
that.
would do the whole
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy thing too.
And then you do like the arch back
Yeah.
and then turn it at the last second.
Oh man, you felt so cool, but it was so painful.
Yeah, we used to do that at your house all the time, Joe. You had your spa was above the pool with a rock feature and a waterfall. We used to go up there and belly flop off the top. I don't know why. High schoolers are stupid, but like
they're the
we would
dumbest.
be red in the tummy by the time we were done.
Dude,
My
wrestling
favorite
moves.
thing, those were my favorite games, but I just
Yeah.
remembered something that my dad would do. We weren't rich, so we had a public pool, and we'd go to the public pool, and my sister and I would stand on the edge, and my
Yeah.
dad had like a little water football,
Oh yes,
and
jump in
and he'd
get
chuck it, and we'd
jump.
dive
Yeah.
to catch the ball.
That's what I was about to say. Like
Those are
I
good
forgot
ones.
my
Yeah.
my
Those are
two
good
favorite
ones.
things were like throwing things and jumping in and catching them.
Yeah.
But also, I had family friends who lived below my grandparents, and every 4th of July and multiple times during the summer, we'd go over there and swim in their pool. And I remember they had like a fairly bouncy diving board. It was probably like medium level. And we would just do like tricks and other stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we just had like competitions. It was fun. And I landed only once ever, but I did a double front flip.
That's gnarly.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The one thing I do remember, so I'm gonna let my douche show a little bit right now. And when I was late high school and in college, I lived in a very, very large house with a very, very large backyard and a pool that was like ridiculous size.
Yeah.
So me and my friend Eric, I don't know, Joe, if you did it with us or not.
Wait.
The skimboards.
I was gonna say
We used to grab
this
the
is something I was
skimboard.
gonna
I
say.
used to do that at my friend
skimboard or a
Weston's house,
boogie
too.
board.
Yeah, and you'd run and jump and throw it down,
And then
you try
glide
and
on it.
and
glide
try to
across
surf
the
across the entire
pool.
pool.
Yeah.
And my pool was like a lap pool. It was very long, so
Wow.
like you could go really far across before
That's
you
awesome.
sunk. It was like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that. That was something I was
I've
going to
never really
mention.
been around a pool big enough with my skimboard to do that.
Yeah, we should go. We should go.
You know what I used to
sneak
love to
into
do?
that backyard.
You know what I used to love? Going to Heart High when it rained.
Oh, yeah, and sliding on the metal grates?
No, the AstroTurf.
Oh, the AstroTurf was cool
turns into
too.
the perfect skimboarding environment in
It's
the
also
entire
bad
world.
when you play soccer and you go to Canyon's AstroTurf on
Yeah.
a rainy day and you're just slipping and sliding all over the place while you're trying to play soccer.
hurts.
It's so bad. Hated
Splish,
that.
splash for your playing soccer.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-dum.
So we should just like find out when those people who bought my parents' house are gone one weekend and just
break
go in the
in.
backyard and hang out because that backyard was awesome.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not illegal.
Nope, not at all. They know us. So let's do a real quick ad break right now because we're a part of the LOWTREE Studios network, which means we're a part of a network with tons of awesome kumquats and also tons of awesome podcasts on LOWTREEstudios.com. New ones coming every week. We just had one pop on called Gutting the Cow or something like that.
That sounds nice.
It sounds weird, but it's about two guys who have a guest on that they bring a movie that's either financially successful or beloved by everyone, and they try and destroy it. Like the person tries to defend the movie, and they try and say why it's a bad movie. Kind of like what we do here a little bit when we do that kind of stuff. So
That's interesting.
Yeah, go to LOWTREEstudios.com, but here is a quick ad break from one of their shows.
Talk to us, Jason.
Yeah.
Between family and friends, we all have our differences and our own perspectives, and sometimes those differences can come between us, but not on the Difference Between Us podcast, where 4 family members and friends have honest conversations about random topics. My name is Jason Galbraith. I am one of the hosts alongside my wife, Mindy Galbraith, my sister, Stephanie Modell, and her husband, and my good friend, David Modell. On our pod, we talk about anything from bathroom etiquette and strip clubs to board games and bucket lists, and we have a good time doing it. So put on your favorite set of headphones, pour yourself a drink, sit back and enjoy the Difference Between Us podcast, found on iTunes, CastBox, and on all of your favorite podcatchers.
You take it way down low. And when the tide comes quick. Oh yes, you tell me when.
All right, now we're going to move on to Stoked On This, if I can find the jingle.
While we haven't heard or seen it, there is something to perceive. A novel type and hype, give us something to believe on. When it shows the focus emphasis, we're forming a hypothesis. But all we really know is that we're stoked on this, stoked on this, stoked on this.
All right, Cam, what are you stoked on this week?
I'm stoked on quite a few things. I'm stoked on quite a few things. The first thing I'm stoked about, though, is the Solar Opposite show on Hulu. It is Justin Roiland's new TV show. One of the creators of Rick and Morty released all of the episodes on Hulu to watch. It's about 2 aliens after their planet gets destroyed. 4 aliens. After their planets get destroyed, they crash land on Earth.
Taking my stoked on this from last week.
Is this what you said from last week?
Yeah, I said Solar Opposites and Rick and Morty.
I do not remember.
I don't remember that at all.
In
But
fact,
I'm still. You're giving way more detail.
Are you
than I
sure
did, so
you
keep
said
going.
that? Because it's not in the show notes from last week's episode.
I don't think you said it either.
I don't think you said it. I think you mentioned something about solar opposites, but you didn't actually bring it up in Stoked on This.
That was supposed to be my stoked on this last week. I don't think so. But no, keep going.
Have my own stoked on this.
no.
It's
Like you're giving really
Yeah.
good detail. Like keep going.
And it's about these 4 aliens that crash land on Earth. They were given by their government something called a pupa.
Do
And
aliens do anything but crash land?
It's the only way for
Okay,
us humans
okay,
to
yeah.
know about it. Some land on purpose.
Was it at least
okay.
on a couch?
And what?
Crashing on a couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the main character Corvo, played by Justin Roiland, hates humans, hates Earth. He's super jaded. He's like really
Sounds like most of us right
yeah,
now.
All the aliens are super intelligent, right? But like also really super dumb. Like they think TV's real. Like there's
Okay.
like a whole bunch of weird human things that they think are like
Yes.
natural, but they're like, why do humans always wear shoes? How are they expected to taste the ground? And one of them goes, oh, they don't even have flavored ground here. It's awful.
Oh, that's funny. We do. It's just gum flavor.
And then the other alien like
Vomit.
super
Yeah.
loves pop culture. Is like really into
That
pop
would be
culture.
you as an alien.
Fit in.
Yeah, and it's always says like, oh, it's like that movie, and like it mentions a really obscure, crazy film.
So that's Kreger, the obscure, crazy.
damn,
it's
that's
so
me.
good. It's
That's-
so
I
good.
am.
I love that show. I've been like so down on it. I'm like watched. I don't know.
Down on it.
Always, I go down on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it was
Get up, get down with the solar opposite.
It was about I don't know. I'm like 5 episodes deep. It's pretty good.
Sweet. Check that out.
Also, the 2 more things I'm stoked on, both in my personal life. I bought a beer fridge.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a 120 can capacity with
Dang.
4 wine/liquor bottle holders if you refrigerate your
Dang.
tequila.
That sounds like
I
that'll
freeze
last
mine,
you the
but-
night.
Oh, dude, Johnny and I have already filled it up twice.
Wow.
And then And then the last thing I'm stoked on is this stupid Cam Can Doodle thing that I've been doing.
Yeah, it's still going strong.
It's going so strong. I have made $280
Wow.
selling doodles, which have turned into nicer drawings that
Yeah.
just don't look exactly like the character.
I know,
Yeah.
because there's
Some
you're
of them are
starting to
good.
get some characters where I'm like, I know he knows what they look like very well, so he's trying to make it look
So I'm
funny.
drawing them in my style, which is like kind
Yeah.
of like a fast, make them funny style.
Yeah.
But I've done so many doodles. I am shipping out my 3rd shipment.
That's crazy.
tomorrow.
That's so good.
Yeah.
They are a great little fun thing to have
It's
for
fun.
$2.
Yeah, if you
It's
just want to
nothing.
follow like at Cam Can Doodle,
Yeah.
there's an underscore in between each.
Cam_can.
underscore
Doodle.
doodle. And Ryan Buds on his daily trivia thing at night has been shouting me out like crazy, so I'm going to shout him out too.
Sweet, yeah.
as a patron.
It's true. Go to Facebook, Ryan Buds,
Ryan
because
Buds.
every
He's doing
night's a trivia
free
night.
trivia night.
Yeah, live
Yeah.
trivia
He gives
night
away
every
prizes
night.
too.
I'm like, dude,
And
I don't
people,
know how
please,
you're keeping
please,
up with
please
that.
don't cheat.
Yeah, that
but I
sucks.
also don't know how he's keeping up with it. He's used to writing 5 rounds for the week. He's writing 5 rounds a night.
A night.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's insane.
It's insane. A lot of them are repeats,
Yeah, I figured.
which I am picking up on because
Yeah.
I host for him.
Right.
But
Still
I will
something
say
fun to
there,
do.
there was a night where people had to have cheated because the max you can get is 115. Johnny and I didn't cheat on a Star Wars round, and Johnny
Yeah.
and me are like Jordan in our love for
Well,
Star
I
Wars.
actually did pretty bad by myself on that
Right.
Star Wars round.
But I also had Johnny.
Yeah.
So, but we got 111 points, and we didn't even place out
Damn.
of
That's
115
insane.
possible.
Well,
So
no, I was talking to a friend of the show, Nick Dillon, on the night where they did The Office. There were 5 perfect scores.
impossible.
No, I feel like I could probably get a perfect score on the Office.
I think I could.
watched that show way too much for
Well,
it to
I
be
thought that I
healthy.
would be the same with Star Wars, but Ryan's going to throw in questions that'd be like,
Yeah.
"This creator starred in this thing, which was in this thing."
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You know,
true.
Yeah,
So,
he'll have
like-
like a Spaceballs
Absolutely.
thing on it.
It
It's
was-
like, I don't know that.
yeah. If it's not,
I mean, there was a reference to monkey bone in one of these trivias.
yes,
That's
and
true,
I
yes.
got it, and I was pumped. But yeah, those are all the things I'm stoked on. It's been a really great week.
Love
I
it. Yeah,
love
keep doodling. All right, Krager, what's your stoked on
So
this?
I'm stoked on. I have a friend, Anastasia Chavez, family friend, known her for a while. Well, she is a professional baker, and so the 2 things I'm stoked on is, one, she is making pastries for people. Like she had like 50 orders for just Mother's Day. Like
Yeah.
and they're also really good. I brought lemon bars that I purchased from her
Yes.
For everyone except for me. I don't know where mine is.
You ate it in
You
like
scarfed
a
yours out so
second
quick.
and a
I'm
half.
saving mine to be able to enjoy
It was
at
so
some point.
good.
Yeah, she's
I'm the
really
only
good.
one that ate it, I think.
Yeah, they both haven't
Because
eaten
you're
theirs
a
yet.
monster.
It was amazing. It was lemon bars are my all-time second favorite dessert, and it was the best lemon bar I've ever
Oh,
had.
that's so funny.
Well, see,
So-
I am like I got lucky. Like I was like I'm gonna buy something for my mom, so I bought her lemon bars. And
Yeah.
I've just because I'm a great son. I didn't know what my mom's favorite dessert was. She's like, it's lemon bars. I'm like, yes. And so
This is serendipitous.
I was great son for Mother's Day. You know, me and my sister got her stuff, but also
We're
so-
all great sons
so
for Mother's
also-
Day while we're recording on Mother's
so
Day.
if you want to go to, I'll shout out her Instagram. It is all lowercase ANMAIRI, and she's accepting orders and doing baking, so you can buy really, really good stuff. And also
Yeah.
shout her out. After the show comes out, it'll be Wednesday, May 13th. She is going to be on the Guy Fieri show, Guy's Grocery Games.
Guys, grocery game.
So
Nice.
you can
Rad.
check her out on
That'll be
May
fun.
15th.
See her
May
running
13th.
around with a cart, banging into aisles and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, what's your stoked on this?
I have a few things as well. Comic-Con announcing that they're going to have an at-home event that you are
Ooh.
able to tune into
What?
at home.
And watch panels and stuff?
That's
Yes.
all I do anyway.
That's kinda rad.
That's pretty much my Comic-Con.
So to keep up with quarantines and
Yeah.
social distancing.
I wonder if they
that's
need
what
someone
Comic-Con
to
is gonna be
distribute
doing.
that because I know a company.
Should probably
Yeah.
I've tried to do Comic Cons like Indianapolis Comic Cons and stuff. It's never panned out.
Just keep trying.
I know I should. Ooh.
Number 2 is the announcement that Boba Fett will be featured
Yes,
in
yes.
Mandalorian
I forgot
Season
about
2.
that.
And it's going to be played by Kiwi.
Yeah,
guy.
the
I
same
forget his
guy.
name from New Zealand.
From
that played-
Kiwi.
Kiwi guy.
Yeah.
The bird of the fruit.
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
the the New Zealand.
That's going to be exciting, especially if Ahsoka is going to be in it
Yes.
as well. This Mandalorian season is
My
going to be
theory
incredible.
is that it's not actually Boba Fett. My theory it's going to be
One of the clones.
like either some type of clone thing going on again or something
My
like that.
theory is that it's going to be Boba Fett. Just
there you go.
everyone stops
Well,
going,
shut up.
where's Boba Fett?
Boba Fett walked by my house the other day on May 4th, Star Wars Day.
I
I look
saw
out my
that.
window,
Yeah, yeah.
and freaking Boba Fett is like walking outside my window.
Not the
costume
actors,
was
just some guy in
just
a
some
suit.
guy.
Was it good?
It was a great costume. Very, very spot on.
That's
I was
awesome.
Very.
I would rather want
Yeah.
the Jango Fett costume.
No, I think
I'd
the
go
Boba
Boba.
Fett's cooler
See,
in my
I-
opinion.
I
It's-
love blue.
Yeah, I like it's all like dirty and scruffy, like he's been out
Yeah.
in like
Yes,
Desert
because
Storm
Jordan
for a
loves
while.
dirt.
No, for my bounty. Yeah, my bounty hunting. You never see me coming. You're like, that can't be Jordan. It's too dirty. Boom. Then I get you.
But it's like delicately placed dirt.
Yes.
Like methodically
It
placed,
looks like I
very
meant to.
organized
You
dirt.
should see. I have a Han Solo gun that I spray painted, and it looks very methodical. Where I put the scarring, and the
Yeah.
scoring on it, and everything.
Small little side thing. Have any of you guys watched the Mandalorian docuseries?
Not yet.
No, I
not
saw
yet.
some.
I saw the
some
first
parts.
episode of the gallery, but
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
some parts of it, but I didn't watch the
Okay.
whole thing.
I haven't.
it's really interesting going through the directors for it. Anyway, another show actually I've been watching that I really got into a little late to the party because it's been out for a while. I think there's 4 seasons already for it. It's on Netflix called Money Heist. Now,
I haven't
I
watched
just saw
it
that
yet.
pop
I keep
up.
seeing the ad for it.
So this is a show that is from Spain. So it's dubbed
cool.
in English, or you can do the subtitles.
I'd rather do subs, yeah.
You know
This
everything about subs.
show is excellent.
Is it great?
Every episode ends on a cliffhanger, and it just begs you to watch
Is
more.
it like a thriller action show kind of?
No.
Oh.
It's a bank
Sci-fi.
heist
Oh.
movie.
You son of a
essentially.
bitch. I'm in.
But
Great meme.
yeah, no, it's great. It's so good.
So
It's
Money
about
Heist.
a group of thieves who come together to try to rob the mint in Spain, where they
dang.
print
Yeah.
their currency.
Oh, nice.
It's
not.
so good.
Wait,
Sounds
I
refreshing.
always thought the mint is where they make gum.
No, it's where the rhino is.
Oh, yes. The spearmint rhino. That is only a joke for people who have ever gone to San Bernardino. If you've ever driven the freeway, the 15 down there, you see 500 billboards for the Spearmint Rhino Gentlemen's Club.
Hey, don't sleep on the breakfast buffet.
No, great breakfast buffet.
Don't sleep on the Denver omelet.
Yeah, don't sleep on it. They'll kick you out. I swear. I swear.
Other than that, as Cam had mentioned as well, I was able to see the bioluminescent waves this
Which
weekend.
is super cool.
Okay, so it's a little different than you might actually
Yeah.
think,
Mm-hmm.
because the beaches are closed,
Yes.
and there are police cars driving up and down the beach constantly.
So is it just the blue lights from the siren? That's
No. So the way this works, at least this is how it was in Hermosa.
That's where I went.
You have all these people basically standing on the bike path, the walkway.
Yeah, like the Strand.
As soon as the cops drive by and get a little bit of a distance away, you just see everyone who's on
Go
the
out
bike
on the
path
beach.
running to the ocean, just sprinting to the ocean. Everyone's watching the waves and keeping a close watch out for
If
those
they're coming
headlights
back,
that turn
yeah.
around. Once you see them start turning around, it's like you're counting down, watching the waves, waiting for them to get closer, and then you just see these mobs of people running
That's so
back
fun.
Yeah.
to the walkway.
See, these are things I like. These type of things because this is unity. This is fun. Like,
It
yeah,
is,
you're
it's cool.
breaking the rules or whatever,
But
but
as a
also like
mob.
as a mob,
Yeah.
we're
It's
having
awesome.
unity. It's awesome.
It's so punk rock.
I
And
love
so,
it.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
When I was there, at one point, the police were called to a call. So they left the beach area, and so all these people were all on the beach
Yeah.
watching, and we were there for a good solid
what you need.
45 minutes.
You need to have one person like break into a house close by or something to get the
Or
police
you
officer
call
to
in
go
a
to
fake
call.
tip.
yeah,
Yeah,
so,
fake tip.
yeah, so we were all
like my
on the
dick.
beach, tons of people just all on the beach watching this, and then before
of the
we
most
knew it,
Crazy beautiful things you've ever
oh
seen
my
in your
gosh,
life, though,
it's
right?
so cool.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's so vibrant. When,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like every wave, depending on
just
where you
some.
go. So
Yeah.
it's like the ones that are a little further out, the ones that are
Yeah.
crashing up against the
And
shore.
even the ones that are quiet,
Yeah.
there's little flickers,
flickers.
of like electricity.
But
it
if
looks
you get
like
that
all through
wave
the
a little
wave.
further down, it's
beautiful.
pure blue. And
Actually,
it lights up real bright.
I have a feeling we saw a little bit of that at your bachelor party.
No.
Did we? No, we were.
I
The only night we went on the beach, we were really wasted, and it was
that's when
very
Krager
dark.
did LSD.
Oh yeah, LSD
well, no, all I
Krager.
know is I have seen bioluminescent waves.
I don't think it
before.
was my bachelor
It's gorgeous.
party.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
But it was really, I thought it was hilarious because we were out there after the police were on their call and watching
Yeah.
the waves and everything, and it had been at least 45 minutes, an hour. And then we look over to our left and we see these headlights start coming.
Oh,
And we notice them, so we start walking back, but we also noticed that this entire group of people that is closer to the pier hadn't noticed it yet.
Oh no!
And there's like these giant floodlights that the cops have on their cars. They light up the entire beach.
did they shine it on everyone?
They shined it, and you just see
Scatter.
giant
It's like
groups of
cockroaches.
people. Seriously.
Oh, that's
Incredible.
Yeah, just scattering. Some are running towards the walkway.
jump
Some
in
are
the
running
water.
further down the
Swimming
beach.
for
But
Japan.
it was crazy because you see the floodlights turn on, and then you see the outline of like silhouettes and
Yeah.
shadows of everyone
Yeah.
moving like
Oh, that's
cockroaches,
so
and
funny.
it's just
Crazy.
running.
That's so funny. That's
awesome.
great.
that must have been hilarious.
Oh man, I wonder if it's happening at like Ventura or someplace
It
a
is.
little bit. Is
Yeah.
it? Maybe I'll go there.
It's beautiful.
I saw pictures of people that I know from Santa Monica and Venice who were watching it there.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool thing to go see. Only.
And I got to Hermosa in 40 minutes. I parked in a Vaughn's parking lot.
said that
Yeah.
the other day.
It-
I was
it
like,
blew
it was
my
the
mind.
fastest I have ever gotten past the Sepulveda Pass.
Same. It was
incredible.
40
Well,
minutes. It takes
starting
me
this-
an hour 20 to go 27
starting
miles to
this
go to work.
this
Yeah.
next week, I think we're going to start seeing a little bit more traffic on the Sepulveda Pass, but we'll see how that goes.
Question. Because there's a lot of speculation that things are going to be start opening up
Yeah.
on the 15th. If they don't open up on the 15th, how long will it take before everyone just start going chaotic?
Well, I mean, you're already seeing it. I was just reading an article. There's a restaurant in.
I mean, we saw it a little bit in Huntington or wherever
Huntington
that
went a little
protest
crazy.
was.
San
my
Clemente, there's a restaurant down there called Nomad's Cantina. It's kind of by south of Nick's, and you guys know where that is because you've gone down there with me before.
Is that the place that had too much pineapple? And you don't like
no,
that.
not that. That place doesn't exist anymore.
R.I.P. baby.
R.I.P. to the beach club. No, Nomad's Cantina. He just reopened, and he's like, I'm telling people social distance and stuff, but they're threatening to take away his liquor license. But he's like, look, I have a staff that need to feed their family, and I can't get them on unemployment, or I can't get that PPP thing. He's like, so we're opening up, and you can come in here and drag us all out if you want. And he's staying open.
Wow.
So there's people that are starting to resist already. So
Yeah.
I think that we got maybe another month or two in us before.
I don't even think it's going to take
before
2 months.
things get
and
a little
we're
bit out
we're
of
in more
hand.
of a liberal state. Can you imagine like the blue states or
No,
the red states?
I'm telling you, the people that Madison are talking to at some of the job offers she had, they're like, no one here thinks this is real. Like, we're fighting it tooth and nail, and we're opening up whether they want us to or not. So Texas is they're crazy about it in places like there, and I think Minnesota's another one, right?
Did you already finish that beer that we were supposed to review?
So we had another.
We have two more.
called the Chronic Ale Amber Ale by Pizza Port Brewing Company, which is a great.
I did pass them out to
Here.
us like 40
Great
minutes ago.
great SoCal brewery and pizza place, Pizza Port Brewing Company. So this beer, Cam, what did you think about it? Because you said you were not that big a fan of it this time around. I like this one.
I like the can. I like that it's called Chronic.
It's so
Same.
brand new too.
That's
It's
why I bought it.
421. It was canned on,
One day too
Oh,
late.
but believes it.
and it's only 4.9% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, I drank the whole thing again.
Coronavirus.
It still tastes like dirty water to me. I don't like it.
Here, hang on.
You know what I really want?
This is my go-to beer there, so I feel like I'm kind of.
It tastes like dirty water with, I don't know, like they dunked a hop in it.
So does that mean you don't want some of mine?
No, how do you not like that? That's the perfect like malty bready flavor.
No, more malt, more bread.
I like that.
So
I think it's good.
I'm thinking about bringing a beer. Would
Okay.
you guys have it? I know Cam would, but it's
Skunk
called
beer.
no. It's called the Lagunitas Hi-Fi Hops.
Yes.
And what's up with
I
that
know
one?
what that is. Yes.
It is Lagunitas.
Oh, is
their
that weed in
IPA with
Cannabis.
18 CBD and 1 THC.
I won't. But you guys can
right.
have it and tell me about how it is.
What's the percentage of THC? 1?
1 to compared to CBD 18. So I mean,
Oh,
you're barely
that's
going to get
nothing.
anything.
That wouldn't even do anything to you.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, you'll feel this. You'll feel good from the CBD,
would
feel
but you're not
relaxed.
going to
It
get.
would do something to me because I've never had
No,
weed
it's not
or anything.
psychoactive. 1 milligram won't do anything
Yeah,
to you.
it's
Still.
you're going to get relaxed from the CBD more than anything.
and your
but-
anxiety will
I
go
actually,
away.
I bought some
That's what the
CBD
Percocet's for.
gummies, and
CBD is more natural
the
than
first
Percocet.
time I took one, I knocked out.
Yeah. I'd probably do the same thing. All right, let me tell you about my Stoked on This real quick, and then
do
we'll get
it.
to trivia. I have 3 things here, and I'm surprised none of you took them.
LOWTREE.
Because we got Taika Waititi, who's going to be
Yep,
directing and
the
writing
Star
a
Wars
Star
film.
Wars film.
Which I think it's a shame he hasn't changed his name to Taika Show Me Yo Waititis.
Oh, my gosh. No, that's his middle name. Show me.
Show me, yo.
Another thing we got this last
me
week
the
was a
moves.
Space Force trailer. Did you guys watch
I haven't
that-
seen it yet.
Yeah,
That
trailer
was
looks
I
good.
posted on my Insta snaps.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Snapstagram.
Snapstagram. I don't know how I feel
On the
about it
line.
because I can't get the vibe for it. Like I couldn't figure out how if it was going to
It's-
be more serious or more
I,
jokey. 'cause
I
it had
feel
both.
like it's gonna be pretty similar to.
I don't think it's going to be like The Office at all.
No,
I thought
no,
it was
no,
going to
no,
be like The
no.
Office.
I think it's
don't
gonna be
it
more
is
close
anymore.
to what's McFarlane's.
Orville.
I think it's gonna be closer to Orville.
Probably like
Yeah.
the Orville.
It's where it's got a lot of funny jokes, but it's also got some serious tone.
Yeah.
Trailer's going to go middle of the road to pull in as many people as they
Yeah.
can with that star power.
the Aruba, Jamaica.
Yeah.
That part
Ooh,
cracked me
that's
up.
good.
I love that. Prime Michael Scott.
It makes you want to go, feeling hot, hot, hot.
Yes. And then the final thing I have here is Mass Effect Trilogy getting remastered.
Yeah, I love that.
I am so excited for that. Oh, you
Krager,
guys
play this game.
play the
I
remaster
don't.
of
I
it.
don't
It's
have the time. I
Is
am
it on
like-
Nintendo Switch?
Maybe
No,
the
the
remaster,
remaster might be.
That's
I
so
doubt
mean.
it. I'll play it.
That's so mean.
Why does that mean?
I don't have one.
Oh. Well, it's your fault for not doing it way earlier than now.
I didn't have
I
some
love my
money.
Switch. It's the best.
No, but like
system
you
in
don't
history
understand.
of
Like
the universe.
everyone's like, "Oh, I have more time." No, I'm just as busy, if not busier, than I was
I'm
before.
the same way. I'm just
Yeah.
as busy too.
Like I don't
Yeah.
like I'm we're doing multiple podcasts a week. I'm still
Yes.
working over 40 hours a week, and I'm studying for a welding
I'm
certification.
working 4 hours a
class.
week and trying to figure out the logistics of how to move to another state.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of crap.
And
going
then
on
you're
right
still
now.
getting.
I
Oh,
teach-
I
I
forgot.
teach
I
for
forgot my
about
hashtag.
15
I forgot my hashtag problem.
Go for it.
Fucking too many Rugrats episodes, bro.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was my fault, guys.
Seriously.
What were you gonna say, Cam?
I was like, oh man, my job's really demanding. I teach for 15 minutes per class period, so I work about 45 minutes a day.
Yeah, but I mean, you're molding
But
the
you
young
mi-
minds.
you
It's
mi- you miss your
concentrated.
kids.
I
It's
miss them
concentrated.
so much. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I miss my students so bad. When I
Yeah.
do get to see them live, it makes it a really
I hope we get to a point where we've nipped this thing in the bud enough
Yeah.
that we can open up next year for schools,
I
but
hope
I don't
so.
know if we're gonna get there. We'll see.
I'll find out soon.
I'd be
Yeah.
so surprised if they don't open up for the fall semester.
I would be too.
No,
but
no.
honestly,
They've already said that fall semester is not happening.
No,
in
that's
person.
not true. They've gone back on that. They think that schools might be opening up fall semester
I would
now.
be so shocked.
Here's the thing that's pissing me off as an educator. I have heard news from everywhere.
And it's all
from,
different.
From,
Everywhere?
And it's all
Mhm.
different news.
I know.
And
No
so
one knows what the hell's going
I
on.
wait until my principal says, come to work.
Yeah.
That's all
it's
I
like
can do.
it's like it's like the fitness community and eggs. Are they good for you? Are they bad for you? I don't know.
Yeah.
They keep changing their minds.
Yeah. I'm just going to say yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. It's time now for some trivia.
I'm a scat man.
I'm coming down to the ring with my title. I can't reach it, so it's going to stay up there. So Krager's bringing the trivia for us. Krager, what's our trivia on this week?
Well, because I was like, I want to think. I always like to bring something that is equal party to everyone, Jordan. And you know, I was like,
Shade over here.
and I was like, I'm going to be somewhat topical. And I was like,
you didn't want to do moving to Texas soon trivia.
So I want to do Mother's Day trivia, but the site I used to get trivia, because it's really easy to
It
do.
was a porn site.
No, didn't have
Heyo.
Mother's Day, so I did Memorial Day trivia.
Oh, the other M day.
Well, it's because it's coming up this month.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, I'm
at the
going.
end.
I got no idea.
Is
It's at
it
the end of the
in-
month.
It's at the end of the month.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
you know what's going on right now?
Mother's
Money in
Day.
Money in the Bank is actually
It
happening.
is actually
right
happening
now.
right now.
It's a weird one that I'm gonna watch. All right, go
I'm
ahead.
not going to watch it. I don't
I get it. Oh no, never mind. Didn't get it. Now I
The
got
real
it.
No,
one.
the
Yeah.
real Money in the Bank
Yeah.
pay-per-view is happening while we have a Money in the Bank here.
Don't care.
Was
Did I-
WrestleMania any good?
Nah,
No.
there were 2 or 3.
Is
good
Money in the Bank going to be any good?
Well, because the Money in the Bank match is in the WWE headquarters office building, and they have to go from the bottom floor lobby to the top.
That's interesting.
Yes,
I like
see?
that twist.
They could be fun. They could be fun.
M. Night Shyamalan will be proud.
Right? All right, Gregor, go ahead and set us off. Oh, we say our names to buzz in. If you've never listened before, it's trivia. It's not that hard to figure out.
And
All right.
we're playing for a child.
It is multiple choice
Yes,
as well.
we are playing for a child's belt that fits around my
Jordan
tiny
only.
28
It
waist.
fits around Jordan only.
Yes. Question number 1.
Ah,
When is Memorial Day observed?
Jordan.
Jort. Joe.
It's the last Monday of May.
You are correct.
Yeah! I used to have a show that always happened on Memorial Day. I got engaged the day before Memorial Day.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
Alrighty. Number 2. At what time does Congress ask Americans to pause for a moment of remembrance on Memorial Day?
Cam. 1776 o'clock.
Someone's not taking this seriously.
I don't know anything about Memorial Day except it's for
Yeah, I
dead
I have
people.
multiple choice options for you.
Oh, well, Joe and I would like to hear them.
7 p.m., 3 p.m., 9 a.m., 12
Jordan.
p.m.
9 a.m.
Incorrect.
Joe. 12 p.m.
Incorrect. It is 3 p.m.
Oh, man.
I was really hoping for the 420 option.
That'd be good.
3 p.m. It's when Nickelodeon really
69
started.
o'clock.
69 o'clock. All right. Next
Number
one.
3. Oh, but also in the year 2000, Bill Clinton made this the time that we do that.
Okay.
Oh. While playing
So,
the saxophone.
While getting some head.
How many Americans died in the Vietnam War?
Cam. 57,000 something.
Incorrect.
Let's get these options.
116,000. I'm not going to read the lower decimals because it's too much. 36,000, 405,000, or 58,000.
Jordan. 116.
Incorrect. Do you want the other
I know
options?
the actual answer.
Yeah, say the options again.
You have 36, 405, and 58.
58.
Is it 405?
Correct.
Oh, it's 58?
It is. That. I felt so bad for Cam. I'm all like, dude, there's such a specific number.
That's because I was so
man.
close. Like,
But
I said
also it's-
57 something.
It's such a specific number. You just gotta wait.
You could have rounded it up.
Yeah.
I motioned to give me that one because it was so close.
I'm leaving it up to you two.
Motion.
What do we
pass.
think?
Doesn't matter to me.
I pulled 57.
It doesn't matter to
So-
me either, so,
all right, so-
I'll give it to Cam.
There you go.
the doesn't matters have
Here,
it.
how about this? I take away the point I got on the last one. I give it to Cam. So now each of you have 1 point.
No,
fair.
just keep going. Just keep going.
Fair.
Okay,
Fair.
fine.
Number 4.
Fine, there we go. We're all on one.
What flower is traditionally worn as a remembrance of those who have died in the war?
Joe.
Joe.
Fuck.
The
Fuck is not a flower.
That's my favorite flower.
I'm going to go with the poppy.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
Way to pull that one out, Joe.
I didn't
Well,
know
it's
that.
because in English programming, in the month of May, they have a orange poppy on their
Oh.
lapel.
I didn't
you
know
go.
that.
Yeah, it says in war-torn battlefields, the red-fielded poppy is usually one of the first plants to grow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's red. It's a red poppy that they wear on the lapels.
We have orange ones out here.
We're on number 5 now.
We're on number 4.
It's from all the blood
5.
that mixed with the pee-pee from pee-pee dying.
Yes.
Red and yellow make orange.
Okay.
That's the joke.
Who is generally
Do you get it about the color orange?
Yeah, I get it.
who is
Color
generally considered the founder of Memorial Day?
George Memorial.
Dwight D. Eisenhower, Abraham Lincoln, John A. Logan, Henry C. Wells.
Jordan. Henry C. Wells.
Incorrect.
I don't know.
Joe.
Joe.
Eisenhower.
Incorrect.
Not Lincoln.
Correct. It is John A. Logan.
Not Lincoln.
In May 1868.
Wow.
1868.
What was the first state to make Memorial Day an official holiday? Michigan, Illinois, Pennsylvania,
Joe.
New York City.
Pennsylvania.
Incorrect.
Jordan. You said the first state? So New York City's out of it because that's not a state. So if New York City is the correct answer,
New York.
I'm going to say New York.
Incorrect.
Okay.
I'm going to say Illinois.
Incorrect. It's Michigan.
Wow.
Wow. Weird.
Freaking Michigan.
Weird.
Thanks,
That is
Mindy.
weird.
Yeah, they just make cars and shit.
Yeah. What are they doing?
Apparently, by making holidays.
Built this city.
I would expect that for Labor Day.
Day.
Yeah.
me
that would have
too.
made more sense.
Me
If
too.
only they were the first to clean water.
Oh, all right. Keep going. Let's go.
Where is the tomb of the unknown soldier
Jordan.
located?
Arlington Cemetery.
I'm
Arlington National
just
Cemetery.
looking for the state.
Oh, Virginia.
There you go. Yes,
Wait,
that is
I,
correct.
Arlington's in Virginia?
Yes.
So thought that was in Texas my whole life.
There is in Arlington, Texas.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
He's right. It's in Arlington.
National Cemetery. Yeah, I went there in 8th grade for a
I thought
school
that
trip.
cemetery was in Texas.
Oh, no.
Across
Okay.
from the Potomac River in Washington, D.C.
Potomac.
Potomac. I've actually paddleboarded on the Potomac. Or not paddleboarded, paddle boated or whatever that is. Where you take the, you
Get the little car and you
get a
get
little car and you use your feet to paddle. Yeah.
I paddleboarded on the Potomac. You paddle boated on
Captain
the Potomac.
Sullenberg.
Sully Sullenberger.
Yeah, that guy. He did it. Okay. Anyway, continue,
That was
Craig.
bad. That was the worst
terrible.
riffing we've
That's
ever
terrible.
done.
Terrible.
What % of U.S. employers have a designated Memorial Day as a paid holiday?
Cam.
0.
Dude, there's options.
I
Why
know.
are you doing
Here,
this to
take
yourself?
your cam back. Let him say his thing.
Okay. 79%, 97%, 56%, or 69%?
Cam. 79.
Incorrect.
Jordan, this is people who do have it as
What
a paid holiday.
% of U.S. employers have a designated Memorial Day as a paid holiday?
I think mine's skewed
97.
because I'm a teacher.
The 91.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But although 97% of employers have designated Memorial Day as a paid holiday off, more than 40% of companies still require at least some employees to work that holiday.
Bastards.
Yep.
Which is cool because I'm like, I was like, I probably don't have it off. I'm like, ooh, now I might actually have it off.
Yeah, there you go.
Mine.
And it's a Monday, so a long weekend. Yeah.
So we got two
Isn't it
more.
always a Monday?
Mm-hmm. It's the last Monday of May. Is what I heard.
All right, so we got two more.
Memorial to that.
All right, let's move these along.
Um,
I can hear the listeners stopping listening.
yeah. All right.
Do you not have it written
no,
down?
I was like, I had some extras, for tiebreakers. Like, don't want them. Like, oh, well, whatever.
Okay.
How old was the youngest U.S. serviceman in World War II?
You could give us the answer.
14 years old, 15
Cam,
years old.
15.
Incorrect. 17 years old
Joe.
or 12 years old?
14.
Incorrect.
So 12 or 17.
Correct.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. 12.
Correct.
Yeah, there we go. That's the limb
That's
I'm
so
on.
young.
I know,
Right?
right?
Damn. They died so fast.
Yeah, I know.
That's the unknown one. It's the unknown soldier in Texas.
Good lord.
Well, machine gun is
Kelly?
just
Kelly.
it's just as effective from a 12-year-old as it is from a
What number are we on?
42-year-old.
Last one, 10.
Last one. Okay. What famous monument was dedicated on Memorial Day? What's it called? Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial, Vietnam Veterans Memorial, and Mount Rushmore.
Jordan. Mount Rushmore.
Incorrect.
Can't
Joe.
be enough.
Incorrect.
Washington Monument.
Incorrect. It is the Lincoln
Lincoln.
Memorial.
What?
But with that final one,
I'm a scat man.
3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row, guys. I'm on fire.
Can we get? Can you? Will you dab for us, please? Yeah.
So Jordan is here.
no.
I feel like
Yeet.
that. I feel like I lost a year of my life because of that dab I just did. All right, guys.
no.
So that's the episode.
Yeah.
I win. Joe better cash that thing in soon. Go ahead and check out our show notes for all the ways to follow us. We got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got not a Facebook, we got a YouTube though, we got Redbubble, we got a podcast. We have a podcast you can listen to. We have a website, wreckmypodcast.com. We have a Patreon. Go to that. Thanks to Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music for our amazing Stoked On This song. Check out our episode on the Rugrats coming out. You can hear them complain about how many Rugrats episodes they had to watch. So many. And then also come back next week because we'll probably have another show unless we all die in a horrible non-COVID-19 related death.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Jonestown, but Santa Clarita. So thank you to my guest for being, I don't know. I am off the rails right now. I am a train with no rails.
Jonestown.
I don't know.
Out of nowhere.
So
Jonestown town, we live. That's
yeah,
it.
awesome Jonestown.
Tragedy location. That was it.
Bye.
9/11 Winnetka.
Oh my gosh. I like and I love you all.
Bye, I love you.
I'm Wilford Brimley, and only you can prevent the coronavirus. Yeah. Joe, are you ever gonna cash that motherfucker in?
I've only had it 2 weeks.
That's 2 weeks longer than anyone else has ever
No,
had
I
it.
kept
That's
one
not
for like
true.
a month.
He had it for a while.
I had it for
Oh,
a
that's
really long time before I cashed
crazy.
it in. Yeah, it's because I just didn't want to like do something. You know, I was just like, oh, let's just keep going the way we're
I will
going.
say, I don't
Yeah.
think any of you are going to like my trivia. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
pick it
okay.
up. I didn't pick it up.
You know, I think I'm gonna cash in.
right now.
White supremacist trivia. It's like, yeah, no, none of us like that.
no, it's actually Wuhan trivia.
It's Mulan?
Wuhan.
Wuhan? Nice. Wuhan. Did we know about it beforehand? No? No.
You win.
You win.
Fancy drinks. What's your fancy drink? Is that the Smirnoff?
Yeah, man, Smirnoff Ice.
Your Smirnoff is
man.
finished. Did I clap for this? I don't think I did.
No,
Yes, you did. Oh, not since the camera came on.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Jeez.
we haven't done that in a while for you, Jordan.
Tapioca. Tapioca.
Yeah, I love that.
Ricky Ricardo.
Tapioca, you got some explaining to do.
Tapioca has some splaining to do.
Tapioca. No,
Uh,
it's Cuba. Never mind.
All right, you want to do a round table?
Yeah.
I don't have anything ready. I have trivia ready. but-
No, that's all we really need. So let's. Oh, you know what would help?
Does anyone does anyone get stoked on this?
I didn't get this set
I have
up.
a big one.
I feel like I have a good one, and I always have it, and I forget to write it down.
Dang it. Second clap.
Third clap.
2 claps. Why do is it?
Now
not-
take
turn it back now,
y'all.
There we go. There we go.
Joe,
All
do you have a bike pump?
A bike pump?
Like air?
2.
Okay, I'm down for the
Coasted
Toconut.
Toconut.
I'm gonna toka your nuts.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
I Poppy. Hi, Poppy.
Dude, I want to go live with Cole. He looks like so much fun to go exploring.
His place is amazing.
I'm going down to Blythe.
Why does he
Oh,
just
nice.
live in the rural areas, and that's why?
No, it
he's
looks
like
like a foresty, like niceness, like
he has
with
2
like
acres
lakes.
of land. That lake is his lake.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's
that's his pond lake. It's bigger than a pond. What I consider a pond.
Yeah.
It's smaller than a lake.
and it's got slidey rocks.
It stocks with fish. You can fish his land. The fishing game comes and stocks it.
He doesn't even have to pay to stock it.
No. No.
What? How much does it cost to go to Georgia?
Not to
Well,
go
just
very cheap.
come
About $50 right now.
Yeah.
yeah, right. Just come to Texas with me. You could get lakes there. It's the same weather, pretty much.
I just can't deal with humidity.
Then Georgia's not the place you want to be.
Yeah,
No.
Georgia is the most.
Georgia's
humid.
just as bad as
I
Texas.
could probably
Throw it down
make
on the
I could
Gulf.
probably make really good money welding out there. And
Moving. All right.
you're moving to Wanta Fanta.
Wanta, Fanta. All right, you guys ready?
Nope.
No? All right.
No, I'm ready.
Here we go.
I'm ready.